Welcome back to my mental health and crime channel. My name is Huda London. I'm a licensed cognitive behavior therapist, that's a CBT therapist, and a licensed mental health counselor. Please like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. To start with, this is for entertainment purpose only, strictly entertainment purpose. I'm not saying that anyone is guilty or is a person of interest, but I'm pointing out the fishy behaviors and the red flags that I personally see. So I have to make sure that I say this out clearly, that this is speculations only, this is for entertainment purpose only, because I don't want people to come for me. And it's not right to accuse anyone of anything. Now let me explain a bit about this footage. We all know that is the Banfield minor alcohol stop by the police, by the undercover police. This happened on the same night that the quadruple murders happened. We are aware that the quadruple murders happened between the 12th to the 13th. This is 3 a.m. at night. It says 11. Let me show you all. That is the timeline. 13th of November 2022, 02:54 a.m. and 08 seconds. But that is when the police pulled the students up or stopped the students. And then you can count and check how many minutes the footage went on for. I believe it went up to 3:15 or 3:12. Let's not forget that Kaylee Congales and Madison Morgan came home at 1:56. Her sister, Aliveria, Kaylee's sister, corrected that up with law enforcement because they said the timeline was 1:45. It was 1:56. They were at the grub truck where there was a lot of fishy behavior going on there too. Zano and Eaton, on the other hand, the police said they came home at 1:45. I'm not debunking what the police says, but I do not believe in the timelines. Because the police was clearly asking the public and the students in Idaho, Moscow, to let them know the whereabouts of Eaton, Chapin, because every report states the second name different and writes it different. It doesn't matter, because the main thing is that these young victims are no longer here with us in this world, and they deserve their justice. And that is my 100% motivation and my 100% call, basically, to try. I'm not an investigator. I'm not a police officer. I ain't a lawyer. I'm a mental health counselor. But at the same time, we all, as YouTube creators who on this case, are trying to figure out, with our viewers and subscribers, we all are putting our thoughts together and trying to figure out what happened. It is important always to stick to the facts, evidence, and the affidavit. I do agree. But I kind of disagree that if we do not have an open mind and think out of the box, then we have a problem. People deal with things different way. Some people, it's all right if you tell them if the police tells them this is how it happened and this is what happened, and case over. Some people are satisfied with that, and that is supposed to be the way it is. But I personally always listen to the police's to the affidavits from the court, and I listen to the police's timeline. But when things don't make sense, it's like, make it make sense. If it doesn't make sense, I'm going to do my own research. The Idaho-Moscow quadruple murders have never made sense to anyone. For the police to be asking for the timelines of Eaton and Xana, may they rest in peace, shows clearly that they do not know the students' whereabouts. That is why it motivates me more to find out what exactly happened and where they were. Now, speculations with the next one. It's been said that Eaton and Xana got into a fight with somebody else in the Sigma Chi. And Xana was defending Eaton. The fight was between Eaton and one of his friends because he passed a remark about the guy using some substance that Eaton did not like. May him rest in peace. That is allegedly speculations only. So if that is a fact, I'm not saying it's a fact, but if that did actually happen, then we have a motive here. Possibly. I possibly believe if that happened, and if the person was on substance, the person could have come back to settle the score. We are actually talking about people, students who are putting things in each other's mouth in the grub truck. Many people don't believe that, and many people saw that and confirmed that they saw that. Depends how people want to look at things. And I'm sure many people saw that, but just don't want to confirm it and just want to have a discussion and arguments about it. Coming with, at least if it's all right if you come with a sensible argument and say, no, he didn't put anything in her mouth. It's better to say than to say, he went and put chewing gum or a ticket in Maddie's mouth. Maddie wouldn't have allowed somebody to put paper in her mouth, because that is insulting me, Maddie. May she rest in peace. You can clearly watch the grub truck video. In fact, I will play it right after this. So coming back to the point, if Eaton had a fight with one of the Sigma boys, Sigma Chi fraternity boys, or if there were other boys that came to the party, but he knew these people. So bear in mind that Eaton and Xana reached home at 1:45, according to the police. So let's stick with that. This time frame says 2:54. Now I'll tell you what interested me and caught my attention of all these things I'm going to say. I noticed the pictures the bushy-eyed guy was sliding when this case came out, when we heard about the news, unfortunately, and it passed like 6 weeks. But then I thought to myself, you know what? Do not put it out there. And then on the 7th week, Christopher Koberger got arrested. So that picture of the guy sliding his mobile stuck with me for a very long time. But then I thought, okay, if the police is saying that Koberger was the one driving the Hyundai and all that, I started kind of accepting it. But then as a therapist, as a cognitive behavior therapist, I started asking myself, there's something that doesn't make sense. We've heard of psychopaths, antisocial personality disorder people. Let me correct myself, I apologize. We've heard of people who are SKs who have a high degree and all that. I know that Brian is awkward. Some people may say he doesn't have a big social net. I do understand. And he went to criminology and crime and justice. So he does know a lot of that department. But that doesn't make him somebody who would unlike people. In fact, when I look at the positive sides, I look like somebody who wanted to achieve to the highest in his PhD. But it still did not make sense for me because the Hyundai Elantra that was put out was 2011 to 2013 model. Brian Koberger drives a 2015 white Elantra. So descriptions of cars can be wrong at times, but it can be wrong just slightly. Not a 2011 to 2013 all of a sudden turns into a 2015. That's a big jump. It kept on going. The case kept on going on, obviously, for a couple of months. But I could see, when we finally saw with our own eyes, that they do not have nothing against but genealogical DNA from DNA Justice and a smaller ancestry genealogical app or list. That is unacceptable for me. Because if you're going to accuse someone of a quadruple murder, you better have all your homework right. And then they don't want to turn over the 3 male unidentified DNAs. So that is what got me more motivated in the case. When I saw that the prosecutor Thompson, was saying, how can we give something we don't have? Then I thought to myself, what if there are more people involved than Brian is involved? Or what if Brian isn't even involved? Because nothing of the evidence makes sense. I think most of the people are just accepting that it's Brian because he may walk in a funny way, or he may be a bit awkward, and because he suffered of obesity, and because he was in drug addiction, which all that can add up to someone's behavior going in a wrong path, but not necessary. This is a death penalty case. Let's remember that. A 27-year-old man, his life is going to be ended. Think about those words I just said. Somebody's life is going to be taken from them. And the prosecutor and the FBI don't even have the right genealogical. They have the right one according to them. But then, show me your homework. Show us the roadmap. In fact, don't even show us. Who are we? We are nobody to be insisting to see anything. But guess what? Ann Taylor has the right to defend her client, whether he's guilty or whether he's innocent. Everyone seems to be laughing at Koberger's alibi that he was driving all night and is driving around the area. I find that a bit fishy. But that is again, once again, the evidence that the prosecutor should be turning over. They said that his phone pinged. They said that this and this happened. They said that they have this and this on him. It doesn't help to put that out on the news if you're not going to share it with the attorney who's defending a client. And driving, if his alibi says he's driving, there's nothing illegal with somebody going out for a ride or somebody liking to drive all night. We heard that from his neighbors. They said that he's awake all night, cleaning and making noises upstairs. We've heard that. So that just shows that he's a night rider. We are aware of that. So would it be difficult to believe that he drives? He's awake at night. Maybe he gets comfort in driving. Maybe he gets better sleep in driving. There are thousands and millions of people, thousands of people who could tell you. We know that ourselves when our children are babies and they're small and they won't give up, like not sleeping. Many parents take them out for a ride. I've heard that. I've seen that in many places. So we shouldn't be judging somebody's alibi yet. And guess what? Alibi is the least of the things. In Idaho, they don't even have to prove an alibi. So let's move on from the alibi. They don't even have to prove a motive, which I find is very strange. A motive should be something that is important. Because people just don't go and unlive people randomly. There's always a story behind it. Even if it's a story that you'll be like baffled and thinking, is that why you did this? But it's a motive. And motive leads you even to the weapon at times. Let me come back to this clip. I decided to find the 3 unidentified male DNAs. The reason I decided to try and search for it, although it's not my job, is because I remember these 4 characters. These 4 young men. Now pay attention to where they're coming from. They're coming from somewhere in the girls' side of the house. From Kings Road, let's be honest. They're coming from the parking place, and then if you walk a bit up, it's the girls' house. It's literally 2-3 minutes. Before I play it on, I need to break down some things. Pay attention to the conversation going on between the undercover cops and the 3 young men, and especially Mr. Bushy Eyebrows. The officers asked the 3 young men, "Where did you all come from?" And they said, "We came from a friend's house." One of them said. So he said, "What's a friend's name? Where does a friend live?" So he said, He lives somewhere up there, can't remember." They just came from a friend's house up here. That means the other direction where the girls live. I believe one of them even said, "We came from a party." So, okay, you all come from a friend's house and you don't even remember what the friend's name is? You all don't remember the door number and the address of the friend? The police shouldn't have let them go that quickly, because there are 3 minors drinking to start with. So look at that. They don't even remember the friend's name, the friend's house number, the friend's address. I would have said, actually, you know what? I can't remember the address and all, but I have his number or I have his name. Nothing of that happened. And the police didn't make it a big deal. They should have. These are underage drinking. In fact, I would have said, "Go show me where you came from. Let's go along. Let's move along." But they didn't do that. So those are red flags here. Now pay attention to the 3 young men. All 3 of them are not showing their hands. I've seen police stops in London plenty of times. And I've seen police stops with boys those ages. Right from even 15, 14, right up to the 30s. Grown men, 40s, 50s. And women. And I noticed one thing the police always say, which is common sense. "What do you have in your pockets? Take off your hands from your pockets and stand straight." You always hear that. I don't know how Idaho works, Idaho, Moscow. But when the police see it's a minor, even worse. They start like, "Stand straight, put your hands behind your back. Do you have anything pointy in your pockets? We need to check you." And before they check even, they call the officers who are back up and they try to get the numbers of the parents. Since these live in a high school, I'm sure the police should have just took them all in to the police station and find out exactly what is going on and call their parents or call their lawyers. It didn't happen. So I found that to be a red flag. Then I kept on, because I do this for a living as a cognitive behavior therapist, I kept on noticing their behaviors. They were standing there and talking to the police for a good 15, 20 minutes, and they still did not take out their hands from their pockets. The one with the black and white shirt had his hands crossed, like when you're in the defensive mode. Like when you're defensive, basically. He had that and he did not take it out for a second. I wish the police told them, "Put your hands down. Take your hands out of the pocket," like the police are supposed to do. They would have noticed whatever was going on. I personally believe. This is my meaning. Because I've seen enough of these pictures, all of the pictures. I would advise everyone to zoom into every picture. Take a picture of every picture, if that makes sense, and then zoom it in. You'll be shocked what you see. And this is not speculations. This part, just this part, is the truth. About the hands in the pocket is not speculation. That's a fact. We see it in front of our eyes, and that is abnormal. Who would stand in front of the police with their hands in their pocket? Please tell me that. When you're stopped by the police, You will be standing straight thinking like, oh, don't upset them. Make sure you're standing straight, like you'd be trying to prove I have nothing to hide. So furthermore, you put your hands out of your pocket. Look at the picture from there already. He saw the torch on him. His hands was behind his pocket. He was trying to put them behind. Then he decided, no, put it quickly in the front. But they're always in the pocket. Mr. Bushy Eyebrows has on a glove. I don't know what material glove it is, but he has on one glove. The three boys, one of them, I'm not sure which one, it's not the guy in the white, it's one of the two others. You see when he come close, when I show you closer, he has a glove on too. Now explain to me why do they have gloves on? 3 a.m. at night. Why do they have gloves on? What is strange that it just came across, it just came to my thoughts. Wasn't a black glove found outside the house of the girls? That is one of the 3 unidentified male DNAs. Is that the reason they have on one glove? Did the other glove fall off? Wow, it's possible. But let me continue explaining. Remember the glove part for me. I'll come back to that. The police puts the torch on and says, he says, he doesn't say hello. I can't remember what he said, but he said, I'm talking to y'all and y'all are walking off. And then the conversation starts from there. So pay attention to the glove. Pay attention, close attention to all the 4 people that have been stopped, pulled up, his behaviors. And remember, they can't remember where they came from. They just came from there literally 2 minutes ago, but they can't remember. They can't even point out, oh, it's there behind the parking place. Actually, they did say they came from that direction. And we can clearly see they came from that direction. After that, let me explain to you all, Mr. Bushy Eyebrows. It's starting to come across to me that, bear with me without judging you. Could it be possible that Dylan Mortensen, DM, wasn't lying? She did see a bushy eyebrow person. And this guy has bushy eyebrows. And they came from that direction. They're wearing gloves. DM did not say, it's BK I saw. BM did not say, it's Brent Kopak I saw. May he rest in peace. BK did not say, it's this person or that person or this person that I saw. She said, I saw a man with bushy eyebrows. He walked past me. Could it be this one? Allegedly. Because maybe he didn't see DM watching him from the room. Because she had a room closed. And he came, just say, for a targeted person. Or people. It was, I don't believe in this observation of this clip. I don't believe the resident was targeted. I believe 2 victims were targeted. Whether they were Zana and Ethan, or whether it was Maddie and Kaylee. May they all rest in peace. It was true. We heard Katie Congavs, his father, saying, what was said to Adam was nothing. Maddie told Adam that Kaylee wanted to get back to Jack. We don't know if that is true, but just let's say if that is true. Then it could be a possibility that it was Zan and Eaton that were the targets because Zan and Eaton had a fight in Sigma Chi. Kaylee and Maddie did not have a fight. Let's not forget that. People are not very focused on Zan and Eaton, which is really important. We need to scrutinize everyone's whereabouts and what happened. Or it's possible it was Maddie and Kaylee, may they rest in peace. Because that brings me back to number 9. Putting something in Maddie's mouth. And he gave us the sign that he's going to put someone to sleep. You can go check it and I'm going to play it soon. So now that you'll know what I'm trying to say about this video, let's come down to Bushy Eyes. Bushy Eyes has on a black glove. Red flag. One black glove. So I think it's his glove that fell. That's why they don't want to turn out the unidentified 3 male DNAs. Because it's one of the college students. That's all I can see. And it's starting to prove itself that they're covering up a lot. I don't mean they're covering up a crime. I mean they're covering up evidence because they don't want to turn the evidence. The 3 unidentified male DNAs was said by Inside Edition, by Fox News, by New York Post, by many news, and that I went and checked. It was in December. So why are they changing it in August? Unless bushy eyebrows is Michael Jackson with one glove that he likes to dance with one glove, I don't see anyone having a reason to be wearing gloves. It was cold, you could say, but one glove? And the other guy is wearing one glove? That should be enough for us. Or 2 gloves, actually. We don't know about the other 2. I'll show you because they have their hands covered. When I kept on watching the video, I was thinking to myself, how bold are these young folk? Because 3 of them had their hands in their pocket right in front of the police. The other one has 2 cans of alcohol. We thought it was 1, it's actually 2 cans. So he must have hidden 1 can for his friend. Then I started looking at the one in the caps with the bushy eyebrows. I was thinking, why is he sliding his phone? The police are standing right around you, but the police were busy with the youngsters, asking them questions and watching the IDs. So this guy looked like he was interested to go through his phones. Every time he slided, I thought to myself, after a couple of weeks actually, I need to see what this man is watching. That is so important that he doesn't care that the police are right in front of him. So I decided to stop at each and every picture of his. When I saw the first shoe, I was shocked. Continued watching the other 3. That's why I'm advising everyone to slide each and every picture if you can. Every picture you slide, stop it quickly. It's really hard because it goes very quickly. Stop it. Take a picture of it from your mobile or wherever. And when you take a picture of it, zoom it in. Or zoom it out. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's horrific, the pictures on it. There's even a picture that slides very quickly that looks like a long-shaped edge weapon. That's all I can see. There's one picture with the guy in a white mask. You can see his true eyes, round eyes out. There's a picture of 3 people kneeling on the floor, for whatever reason, and I don't want to say more about that. You'll need to see it yourself. It's very strange. I don't get many viewers on clips. Doesn't bother me. But somebody came into my comment today, and I won't say out the name. The person said that I've shared your pictures with another YouTube creator who is in contract with Ann Taylor. She's already sent it. She's going to send it to Ann Taylor. Is that all right with you? And I said, please do that. Feel free to do that. And I said, if the YouTube creator decides to use my clip, she should mention me. She should mention where it came from, because that's the right thing to do. I would have done the same. And I'm so fed up of people just taking credit of things that don't belong to them, which is completely wrong. Like the number 9 putting something in Maddie's mouth. I really felt bad, because Thou Shalt Not Kill is an excellent creator. I respect him. I really love him and respect him because he's a good person. He's a good friend of mine. He's really a good guy. Him and Sergeant Friday and Tommy Jude. I just got up one day and I was watching. I just got up, put on different channels, and then I scrolled to Thou Shalt Not Kill. So let me just watch. And then I saw the grub truck video they were playing it. But the excellent thing is, he's such a beautiful person, in and out, that he and Tommy Jude and all gave me the credit. They kept on putting up my link. They said, this should have got more views. Go over to Who the Londoners channel. And he does that very often. Every time I'm there, he puts up my link and all. He's a really good guy. But I've seen other channels, without mentioning the names, putting it up and not even saying where they got it from. They put it up like they found it themselves, made a whole clip out of it, and got thousands and thousands of views to it. I won't mention them, and that is wrong. People shouldn't do that. I could have easily strike them because they're talking about my contents, but I decided not to do that. But this one, I asked the person in the comment, because it was too late. She already did it. She gave it to the YouTube creator. She shared it with her. So I hope they're doing the right thing, because she said, if it's true, the person's in contact with Ann Taylor through email. So if she sends it over, she said it's really important stuff. She sent it over to Ann Taylor. And if it's true, I would like that YouTube creator to contact me, because I think that is good, and I think I have to explain a bit more about the findings. Coming back to this, I'm really happy if it goes to Ann Taylor, and if it doesn't, I'm searching for Ann Taylor myself. It should go to her, because she should ask for that body cam, and that would prove a lot. It could prove nothing, but for them, for the other YouTube creator to have seen it, and for the person to have seen it and take it to the YouTube creator, and for them to decide to send it to Ann Taylor, that is excellent. Because justice needs to be served, and the correct justice. So coming back to this, like I said, slide each and every picture. Every time you slide, stop, zoom in, and check. Another thing, the guy with the cap and the bushy eyebrows, you can check it for yourself. Take a picture of his neck. I know it sounds funny, but take a picture of his neck. One side of his neck is swollen. When you zoom in, he's got scratch marks. Deep scratch marks, like somebody dug into his neck. I know that they bagged up all the victims' hands, and I believe they should compare it to this man and to all these 3 minors. That's all I can say about it. So I'll play the clip and listen to the conversations going on. And while he's sliding his phone, I'll just point it out. You can do whatever you feel with it. I've heard, I don't know, and I don't think it was directly to me, but one of the big creators saying people will put out false evidence to show you all, I can see that, you know. If he's hearing me, I do not put out false information. Clearly, if your eyes were sharp enough, you would see the truth right in front of your face. Do you all remember the movie? Was it, oh, my favorite actor, what was his name? Oh my God, I'll just try and remember. Tom Cruise is acting in the movie. He ain't my favorite actor, although he does great work. Yeah, how could I forget? One of my favorite actors ever is Jack Nicholson. Do you all remember the movie Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson and all are acting in it? It's called A Few Good Men. That was a legendary movie. Do you remember when he says, can you handle the truth? Can you handle the truth? With son, let me tell you, you can't handle the truth. If you remember that part, that is what's happening. Seriously. Some channels, everyone has their own way of doing their own content, but sometimes you wonder, can you actually handle the truth? Because the truth is right in front of you. I did not make these body cam footages of the miners. It's the police that made it. So you have anything to say to the undercover police. What you see in your eyes or how you decide to interpret it from the mobile that he's sliding is up to you. But thank God, many people, I haven't seen one person who has disagreed with me on that. So that shows, thank God, that people are waking up to the truth and saying that there's something wrong here. And I'll be very sure to try and show you the gloves. That is important. It starts from there. It's the police in their car. Now they stop, they notice them. I think they flash their lights on them. Pay attention. There you see the guys. The police stopped his car.
Hey guys, Moscow PD. Come over here, talk to me. Moscow PD. Hey, is that beer?
What's up?
Is that beer in your hand?
Yeah, I'm 21.
You got the ID on you?
I don't.
Okay.
I'll take it back to my apartment if you need.
Okay.
Sorry.
Huh? No, they just took off. I told them to stop, but I'm not going to push it. Yeah, you got your ID on you?
I don't.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to grab your info just because you got beer and you're walking around with it.
No, it's closed.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I live like right down. I'll take it back if you need.
No, we're just doing alcohol enforcement and running around with beer across the street.
I like to stick to my facts. So I really do apologize. I have to debunk one thing immediately. I got the wrong guy with the glove. It wasn't him who was wearing the glove. I'll show you which one has a glove on. It wasn't him with the glove. That's the only part I apologize about. But somebody asked me in the comment section, which was very interesting, they said, oh my God, what has happened to his thumb? And it's true. But you see it later. First, pay attention to his eyes, to his behavior. It's like he got shocked that the police stopped them, and his mind is somewhere else. I wonder why. Wonder where they came from. There's nothing wrong in having bushy eyebrows. This case, although has made it highlighted with the bushy eyebrows, But those eyebrows are clearly bushy eyebrows. Somebody asked me, is those real eyebrows? And I wouldn't know, honestly. I'm not being rude. Because I understand why they asked me that. So, now that you're seeing, he's giving his address and his
date of birth.
2001. Like,
How'd you pull that one off? That's an awesome birthday.
yeah, lucky birthday.
You have a driver's license?
I don't have it.
No, in general.
Idaho, yeah.
What state is it through?
Idaho.
Idaho. Okay, so I'm just going to check that everything's good. Since they're not open, I'll let you hang on to them.
Okay. So will I get charged or anything?
No,
or?
no.
Okay. Appreciate
But
it.
it's just enough for me to stop, check, make sure you're 21. You're walking
Yeah,
out
I
here in
get it.
public.
Alright.
Moscow 77, check one. What's that?
Am I going to take off or?
No, let me run this through dispatch and make sure you're actually 21 and give me a fake birthday or anything.
giving you fake birthdays. The police doesn't know it's more than he thinks. Allegedly.
2001, North Idaho.
Doesn't it?
Well, yeah.
I won't let it. That's funny.
Yeah, I think that's the first one I've seen.
Yeah.
Hold on. So if that comes back good, yeah, you're free to go. Are these your boys?
No, I don't know them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you hear what the policeman asked him? Is this your boys? Or are you with these boys? He said, is this your boys? They said, no, I don't know them. Pay attention.
There you go. Are these your boys?
No, I don't know them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just hang on a minute. Yeah, wait till dispatch comes back
Gotcha.
and says you're good.
Alright, no worries.
You guys taking off on me?
I didn't hear you.
Yeah, we thought you were talking.
You all three turned around and I put my flashlight. You said, hey, come here. You guys all turned around and walked away.
I thought it was just like a fake person, honestly. Yeah, like
How many fake people are out here that you've experienced?
Something, someone trying to fuck us.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, like,
How's your night going?
I'm pretty good.
That's good.
Just trying to stay warm.
Is that y'all's car right there?
Yeah.
Undercover.
Well, just trying to save gas. They downgraded us from patrol cars.
Gotcha.
They gave us hybrids to save on fuel.
Trying to make conversation.
Yeah. All right. Once dispatch lets me know that actually exists, I'll cut you this. All right.
No worries.
So Mr. Bushy Eyebrows was told to wait.
You guys over at which department? Joe come from?
I don't know. I was at a friend's house.
I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys over at which department? Joe come from?
I don't know. I was at a friend's house.
I
Yeah.
couldn't tell you the numbers.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you know the person hosting the party?
Some guy named Matt, I think.
Okay.
Did you hear the conversation? The police asked them, where did you come from? They said, the one on the right said, I don't know, I can't really tell you. The one in the middle or the one in the corner said, we came from a friend's house. So, then the other one said, I don't know his name. Then the other guy says, I can't remember his name and I can't remember where he lives. Something like that. And then the police asks him, do you know the host of the party? And he takes a second and he says, I think his name is Matt. He thinks his name is Matt. They couldn't remember where the party was hosted. They couldn't remember the host of the party. How could you just go to a party and not know where the address is? Now what? Before we come back to this man and his stupid phone, they're writing the names, so the microphone is off. They don't even remember where they came from, whose party they came to. The police should have asked him where you're going. I really don't understand. This is one of the slopperiest stops I've seen. think now we have to pay attention to our friend here. See, that's what I was telling you. Notice how he has a glove on. Do you all see what I see? Thank God. Thank you, officer, for putting the light on. Oh, and there we go. There we go. There's too much going on. That guy has a glove on. Do you all see that? Because I don't want people to say that I'm making up stories. Do you see he has a glove on? This guy never puts his hands down. And he has injuries on his hands too, because I've seen when he crosses the road. He shows the police officer his phone. So he's done with that part of showing the officer, but you'll see the glove. I'm sorry, do you see what I see? He has on a black glove. Now pay attention to Mr. Bushy Eyebrows. I won't be able to slide into every picture he's looking on because he goes quickly and looks at the picture. But I'll try my best to stop the pictures while he's looking at it. So unless somebody sent him those pictures, he is involved. Why is this one wearing a glove? One glove, not two gloves. That's the first picture. And look at his thumb. Look at his hand. Something's going on there. Now you can clearly see it's a black glove. This is the second picture he slides into. That's a white mask. You can see the person's eyes. Above it looks like somebody's sitting. And there's liquid, red liquid. Try and get me. I can't show it more clearer than that. And you can see it comes from his phone. There's his hand. He's sliding it. So it's not something I made up. There you have his face, Mr. Bushy Eyebrows. He's watching. You can see that's another picture. Strange. The two people in the black cap, the one on the right looks like someone familiar. That's all I can see. Let's see if I can get it any closer. That's how it looks. He showed the police his ID. Now see, look at what he's sliding to. A lot of things. That's why it took me weeks and weeks, I mean couple of days at least, to stop at each and every one. He's still sliding. Going back to this picture. So we have somebody with a mask. It looks like a girl is sitting on a bed. There's all liquid there. That's how I see it. You have Mr. here with a black glove on, like Michael Jackson. And look at him watching it so casually. Unless he's watching pictures from a movie scene, which I doubt. What a coincidence with the timing. Now look at that guy standing with his hands crossed. That one, those two have their hands in their pocket. I think that's his ID. Now they're going to be asked how much they have had to drink.
How much you guys all have to drink tonight?
A couple beers.
Beers?
Yeah.
Any hard liquor or anything like that?
No.
Come on, guys. Stumbling down the driveway like that, that's more than a couple beers.
To be honest, I haven't drinking anything in like a month and a half, so kind of got to the pretty quick.
But it's more than a couple beers.
6 at most.
Okay. What about you?
8.
Yeah. That's more accurate of an answer, I think. 2 is, yeah, it's a little low. So, 6 to 8 for all of you?
Yeah.
Some more shots?
No shots here.
Okay. What kind of beer?
Bush Light.
Bush Light?
Yeah, I didn't. Natural light.
All right. Let's try one more time. Is it really 6 to 8 or a little more than that?
6 to 8. Yeah.
Okay.
That's 9 for me, okay?
All right. $59.77, you can be issuing. Copy, I'll bring him over and sit right at one myself. All right, guys, come on over here. All right, if you guys all want to stand somewhere in this area, don't run off on me. None of you guys are 21. It's one thing to drink in an apartment where no one can see you. It's another thing for us to drive by and see you guys.
Look at his hands. Did he cut himself? I swear that's his hand. Look, I'll go back. This one I can't see because he has a black glove on. There you can see clearly, thank God, that he has a black glove on. Let me see this young lady's hand. He has scratches, it looks like. But this one, oh my God. That's his knuckles, I think, but they're badly damaged. They're injured. And look at his other hand. Look at this. Where did these young men came from? So I would advise everyone to go back to that body camera and do what I've just done. It'll take an hour, maybe 2 hours for you, but at least you will see what you see. You can debunk it after that, but that is proof. One has a black glove. He has his other hand in his pocket, so I guess he doesn't have a black glove on the other hand, otherwise he would have brought it out. This one's knuckles, you can see black on the knuckles or dark knuckles from here, or hands. Let me go closer. There, you can see that. And that's not his shirt, because I'm clearly pointing out at his knuckles. He's injured somehow or the other. And look at this hand. Now what are you going to say about that, guys? Look at this. I wish I saved this video before they blurred out their arms. Before they blurred their face off. If anyone saved that, please send it to me. Because as a cognitive behavior therapist, I would love to read their eyes and the expressions that are going on with their face. I remember when I used to see it before, they did look nervous, they did look scared in this whole video. But it's been time now. I've noticed something else. It could be nothing. There you go. What happened to him on his neck too? Anyway, I think luckily Aunt Taylor will receive it. She needs to subpoena all those body cameras and get the experts to look at it. But thank God this clip went viral with that alcohol minor stop, so it can't go anywhere. And the most important thing is we have a young man wearing a black glove here. If it's not a black glove, then it's a black cloth wrapped around his hand. And both of it will look fishy. It wasn't that cold because others don't have gloves on. It wasn't snowing because it's still green, the leaves. Anyway, please like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the contents in this channel. If you don't, that's okay. You can put your thumbs down, just as long as we are mindful and respectful to each other. Thank you guys, and have a lovely evening.